Alessio e Barbara, it's Daniel Davis here. Thank you so much for getting in touch with me. I really appreciate the lovely things you had to say to me. I'll tell you a little story about Lauren Lane, who played Miss Cece Babcock on The Nanny. She and I had been friends for many, many years before The Nanny came along. I met her. She trained at a theater company in San Francisco, California, called the American Conservatory Theater, where I was an actor, and she was in the conservatory part of the school. And we had mutual friends, and we kept meeting each other socially over the years. And the first time that we both showed up to audition for The Nanny, she was there and I was there, and I hadn't seen her for many, many years. And I said, you're Lauren Lane. Yes. You're Danny. Yes. I'm Daniel Davis. Yes. We know each other, sort of. So we started chatting about the script, and we were chatting about the roles and what we'd been up to and who we knew and who we hadn't seen in a long time. And, just catching up with one another. So I went in and I did my audition and came out and said, good luck to you, and left. And she went in and did hers, and we didn't see each other again until several weeks later. We have what is called the callback, when you have received word that the producers and the network people would like to see you again. So I went back, and there was Lauren Lane again, and she was there for the callback. And I thought, well, this is interesting. Wouldn't this be fun if it turned out to be the two of us? So we did our auditions and went our separate ways. Only this time we exchanged phone numbers so we could stay in touch. And then a couple of weeks later, we both were notified that we were being taken to CBS Network to meet and audition for the big executives, and where the final decision would be made about who would be playing the roles in the series. So she was there, and I was there, and we were like hugging each other at this point. Wouldn't it be great if it was the two of us? So my competition was an actor with a very, very posh British accent, and he was from Pakistan. And my other competition, they only take 3 actors for each role to the network, because it's been narrowed down from literally hundreds of auditions. And the other person vying for the part was Roddy McDowall, who's a very famous British actor who had been in movies at MGM since he was 11 years old, and he was now in his 60s probably. And I thought, what am I doing here? Roddy McDowall, he's a big name, he's a star, he's very well known, it'll be him. I don't have a chance. And that relaxed me immediately. I was immediately thinking, oh, well, just go in and do what you've been doing, and, you're not going to get it, so don't worry about it. And there was somebody sort of equally of the same stature in Lauren Lane's competition. So we both were like, what are we doing here? Well, as you know, we both got it. We both ended up being Niles and Cece for 6 seasons, 145 episodes. And when the series was coming to an end, there was a brief conversation about a spin-off for Niles and Cece, like the further adventures of Niles and Cece, because, as you know, they ended up romantically involved, and they ended up a couple, and they ended up married, and they ended up in the final episode with her being pregnant with my child. So there would have been material for the two of us to do, but Fran and the producers of The Nanny did not want to continue writing for our characters or any characters from the show. So that never came about. And I always felt a little sad that it didn't come about. But Cameo has sort of kept both of us alive in our characters, even though I'm not really British, and Lauren is one of the sweetest and most lovely people on the planet. So we both have continued in other directions. She now teaches and lives in Texas, where she moved after The Nanny, and was a single mom, and she has been teaching young actors at Texas University for quite a few years now, and she's getting ready to retire. And I have continued to work. I've just done a couple of episodes this year of a new show on CBS called Elsbeth, which was a spin-off from The Good Fight and The Good Wife, with a wonderful woman named Carrie Preston playing the title role, and I've just had 2 guest appearances, but it's been awfully fun to do. I don't pursue work in the same way that I used to do when I was younger. I've just had my 79th birthday, and so I am semi-retired, I suppose is the word. I'm not pursuing work the way I used to, as I said. Every once in a while, someone makes me an offer, and if it sounds like it's going to be fun, or it's going to pay a little bit of money, or both, I will probably do it. But I think the jobs are getting fewer and farther between because of age and other issues that happen as you get older in this business, and especially now that the entertainment industry is so focused on youth and young people and young pretty people. And they all need senile grandparents, and that's the kind of role I usually get offered these days, and I'm just not quite ready to be playing senile old folks. So there you have it. I hope that answers your questions about me and work and Miss Babcock. And have I ever been to Italy? I had one 6-glorious-week trip to Italy in 1994, and I've been threatening to go back again ever since, but I just haven't made it back. So maybe if I decide to go, I'll try and track you down and we'll have a meal together or something, which would be wonderful. So thank you, Alessio. Thank you, Barbara, for getting in touch with me. And I hope this was informative for you. Take care and stay well. Goodbye.